It's strength in finding resilience beyond your circumstances. What is up, you guys? I'm Zakia Monet, and welcome to the Finding Your Way podcast, where we share stories about hardships and share ways to not let our circumstances define us. Like you, we just here to find our way. What's up, guys? My name is Zakia. I go by Zakia on all social media platforms, and welcome to another episode on Finding Her Way podcast. This is episode, I'm starting to lose count, but I'm so proud of myself for continuing to go and grow and show up. As you know, we always do a journal entry, and this journal entry will be, what are some of your growing pains? And as you can tell by that journal entry, you know what? I'm going too fast. I'm going too fast. So I am. As I say always, you can write it in the comments, you can journal it, we can talk about it in the comments, just to get it out, because we got to get these conversations out. These conversations need to be had. I feel like they are so necessary. They are so important, not to just like grow relationships, and not to just grow personally, but grow spiritually, and just enrich your mind, just to gain some more insight on you, to help also with personal development and things of that sort. So as you can tell just by that journal entry, we will be talking about growing pains, and how painful they can be. I know you guys hear me talk about all the time the abandonment word, and like these different relationships and how we interact with different people, and how maybe you even feel like, and how you realize you interact with different people. And I feel like that comes with growing pains. I feel like growing pains is it's a thing, it's a word all in itself, but I feel like it is so necessary. I feel like in order for us to get to the new level, in order for us to get to the place that we want to be, we have to grow. And sometimes that growth can hurt. I've been in a season, I think these last 2 seasons have just been like flatline for me, in the season of me feeling stuck. And sometimes I ain't gonna say I feel stuck. I feel like sometimes it's like a stock chart. It's like up and down for me. So sometimes I feel like I'm growing. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the same playing level. I'm in the same playing field. And even that in itself is kind of rough for me, because still feeling like what am I doing? Like, where am I going? I'm 27 years old. I'm 27, and sometimes I feel like I'm stuck in the same space. I feel like I'm stuck in the same, I'm not gonna say mentality, but in the same season. I feel like I've been in the same season for 3 years, for 3 seasons now, and I'm just like, come on. But I know patience is a virtue, and I know I have to be patient in order to get to the next level. And sometimes, like, it's not even patience for real. It is patience. It's patience within yourself, because I feel like sometimes we're not going to the next level because we haven't changed anything from within, and we haven't done the work, and we haven't done the groundwork. We feel like we're ready for that. Mentally, we feel like we're ready to go to the next space and go to the next level, but sometimes, like, we're just not there yet. And I can honestly say I'm not there yet to where I feel like I'm able to go to the next level or reach my peak or go to the next space. And I'm just now coming to terms with that. It took me a long time, but I'm just now coming to terms with that. And it's a hard pill to swallow. And that's why I feel like that's where the growing pains come. Sometimes you have to let certain relationships go, certain people go, certain things go, certain bad habits go. Like, sometimes that's what it takes in order to go to the next level. I can honestly say I feel like I'm changing and I'm evolving for that next step. But I know I'm not fully ready for whatever is in store for me. I know it's something big. Like, I just know it's something big, but I just feel like sometimes I'm just not ready for that, because I haven't let certain situations go. I haven't let certain people go. I'm still dealing with some of the same stuff, and they say you gonna keep talking about you tired of it, but you're not tired of it until you let things go. And I just feel like I'm not there yet, because I haven't let a lot of things go. Like, I'm still holding on to a lot of things, and I haven't let them go fully. And although I say I'm ready to heal, I'm ready to move on, there are still some things that I haven't gotten over yet. And that's just me being honest with myself. And that's me knowing myself. Me being by myself for a long time, the way I have, you get to learn yourself. You get to learn, like, certain habits that you've created for yourself. You get to learn like certain things that you like, certain things that you haven't let go of, that you feel like you've let go of just because it's been pushed on the rug, or you've always been with somebody, and as soon as you get by yourself, that's when you come into terms and come into grips with like, damn, like I really done been through some shit, or damn, like I really am a fucked up individual, like I'm really messed up, like I'm really not okay. When you're by yourself, like you're learning all of these things, and that's why I feel like it's so important for me to be myself. Although like, I do, want to be with somebody, I do want to grow my family. I do want to do that whole thing. I do want to, do all of these things, but I know I haven't done all of the work I needed to learn myself. And although I have been doing a good job of, peeling back some layers, I feel like I haven't fully peeled the whole orange. I still got some peeling to do. And so, I'm just trying to enjoy that journey. But in this journey, it's just so painful because like you have to let go of certain things that sometimes you feel like you're not ready to let go of. And I'm just at that space. Growing pains for me is just, I've talked about this before. I guess it's just like that I don't want to call myself a victim, but it's just that victim mentality of like holding on to everything and not fully being capable of letting things go, and still harboring over those ill feelings and being mad and carrying this resentment and being like so having all of this negative energy pent up. It's not giving me room to grow. But I feel like the older I get and the more level-headed I get, the more I'm in therapy, the more I'm talking situations out, the more I'm, getting to know myself, the more I'm peeling these layers, like I was saying. I feel like I am slowly coming into grips of the things that I need to let go of in order for me to move forward. And some of those situations, like that, is hurtful for me. Like I know I have to let some people go. Like that's just a part of my journey. That's just a part of my journey. I just have to let some people go because everybody is not meant to go with you in these new spaces and these new lights of your life. And you want to go into these new seasons not carrying anything but what you come in with, which is yourself. Like you don't want to go into these new seasons carrying all this load that you done had. Like who wants to come into a new situation carrying old stuff? I don't feel like that's healthy. I don't feel like that's a good thing. Not for your mental, not for your heart, not for your physical being. That's just not a healthy thing. So I feel slowly but surely coming into the acknowledgement of this growth that I have to do, and know that it's gonna hurt for me. Like some of these situations are gonna hurt for me to let go of. Some of these situations are gonna hurt for me to even ponder on, and it's just a lot. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm not all over the place. I hope y'all are getting what I'm saying. But with growing pain comes a lot of good. Like I said, it's painful. It's not always pretty. It's not the prettiest flower in the bunch, but it's so worth it. It's it's so beautiful in the end. And I know for me, it's so necessary. It's so necessary to peel back all of this stuff and let everything go and not carry all this baggage into something new. And I know like I'm trying not to think on things too much, because I know for a fact that these things need to happen in order for me to get to the level I need to get to. It's just a lot of things that I don't know why I feel the need to hold on to them, but it's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Whether positive or negative, growing pains is the understanding of you're not the person that you used to be. So that comes the fear of the unknown, the fear of what's next, the fear of who am I becoming? Because right now I'm in this space of not knowing who I am, and that's because I'm not the girl who I used to be. I'm not the hurt girl. I'm not the girl that's in that toxic relationship. I'm not the girl that's still taking any and everything. I'm not the girl that's letting people walk all over her. I'm not the girl that's, just standing by while people are not knowing how to love me. I'm a girl who wants to set those boundaries up. I'm a girl who wants to put that borderline in between myself and other people, and knowing that if you cross this line, then that's just where I stop. That's where this relationship ends with us. That's just me not taking what you used to throw at me anymore. That's me not allowing all of this up and down going on throughout this relationship, throughout my life. And as I grow, I understand that it's gonna hurt, it's gonna be some challenges, it's gonna be difficult, and that's the scary part in it for me. That's the scary part of me, not like the unknown. The unknown is so scary. I'm not like, sometimes we're used to the norm. Like, we're used to what we're used to. We're not used to doing something out of our norm. We're not used to doing something new or adventuring out or doing things differently. That's why this year, my goal this year was to self-reflect, learn more about who I am, stick to my boundaries, and do something new. Like, for instance, I want to travel by myself. I want to do a solo trip. I've been wanting to do a solo trip for a year now, and this year it just feels like it's the right year for me to do that. I feel like a solo trip is so necessary for not just women, but women who are moms, because we need that time to reflect and kick into gear and break down these goals and stick to these goals, and so we can come back rejuvenated and come back refreshed, so we can be the people that we need to be in our lives, in the roles that we play. And sometimes in those roles that we play, we have to grow. We stay in tune with ourselves, so we can be the people that we need to be for those people that we love, and those people that are in our lives. Growth is very scary. Like I said, the unknown is very scary, and that's what's been the difficult part for me. I'm proud of myself for growing, but I'm also scared of the growth. I don't know why I'm scared of the growth. It's like when a woman grows, when a woman does something that's not the norm, when a woman decides to wake up and do something different, that's a dangerous woman. Like, that is a dangerous woman. When she wakes up and decides to choose herself, that's dangerous, and it's scary, especially for us. It's so scary because we don't know, like, we just don't know what's going to happen next. So I feel like that's the up and down part about growing pains. Growing is so necessary. Growing is so needed. For not just women but men too. We're supposed to grow in this life. We're supposed to grow. We're not supposed to stay the same. Of course, the change is going to be scary. That's a part of life. That's a part of life. And I think the scary part is like not knowing who's going to stick around for the growth and who's going to leave. And that is also the good part of it. Whoever wants to leave, and whoever is not able to stick around for this new development of you, they wasn't the person for you to begin with. I feel like the more I change, the more I become distant, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to be alone. Like, sometimes, like, we need this alone time. You might be in a season of just you and God, of just you and him being alone. That just might be the season that you're in. Then the next season might be a season of you growing and networking with people and making new relationships and making new friendships and stuff like that. So I feel like I've been in a season of loneliness. I feel I've been in a season of emptiness. I'm not gonna say emptiness. I'm not gonna say that. But I definitely feel like I've been in a season of loneliness. And in the beginning, that was a negative thing for me. I thought about, like, dang, like, I really don't have anybody to, get through these situations with. And although you may have people around you, you can still feel like you don't have anybody around you. If you can be in a room full of people and still feel empty and still feel alone and still feel not connected with anyone or anything. So I feel like in this season, in these past seasons, I've just been in a season of sitting still and being by myself. Isolation. And that is so fine. But I've also been, as I grow and as I've been maturing my mindset and trying to mature my mindset, I've been able to look at things differently and connect with people on a different level and just think about, like, not harbor onto anything negative and try to move forward in a positive light and try to move forward in the direction that I feel like I need to, in the direction that I feel like is necessary for the path that I'm on. So it's just been a time. It's really been a time. So I feel like personal development is so important. That's what I wanted to talk to my I want to talk to my therapist about that last week. That was my mind, really heavy personal development, but we ended up talking about something else. So that was just like, I couldn't say what I wanted to say. But this session, I really want to bring up the topic of personal development, because I feel like as I grow and as I'm trying to navigate and learn myself and what I like now in this new space, in this new season that I'm in, because what I like now is not what I used to like. It's like totally different. The things that I would have gravitated towards, it's like ew now. Like I don't even want to get into it. So as I grow, it's just like I'm just different, and I just don't know who I am in this seat. Like I just don't know who I am. And I feel like sometimes women, when we get to our late 20s, early 30s, like sometimes for some women it's like, I think after 25, when 25 hits, some people are in a space of like, what am I doing? Like, where is life taking me? And I know a lot of people, a lot of grown adults will say like, you have all the time in the world, but time has shown us like it could be gone just like that. And sometimes we can feel in a rush, or to feel a need to rush our process, and that's where that rushing the process come in. I know it's like, it's so important to be patient. It's so important to, just wait it out and be still until you get a message or an indication of your purpose of what you're supposed to be doing. I get that wholeheartedly, but I'm also trying to get y'all to understand why sometimes we can feel like we have to rush the process, or we have to get it done in a certain amount of time, because we feel like time is not on our side sometimes. Time is not, life is short. Life is very short, especially with all the things going on in the world. Life is very short. So that's why sometimes we feel the need to rush it. And I know, and I understand that I can't rush greatness. Like I can't rush what's going to be the biggest thing for me in my life. So, like I feel like I was sent back to what I was saying. I feel like sometimes women in their late 30s, their late 20s, early 30s, we sometimes are stuck. And sometimes like I can say for me, I don't know about other people, but for me, after I turned 25, it was like, what am I doing? Like sometimes I feel like I was letting time go by and I wasn't doing anything, and I was just like trying to figure everything. I was either picking up a hustle or trying to make some quick money, and like that was just that. Growing up, I wanted to be a neonatal nurse practitioner, but as I started taking the courses to be a nurse and get my NA certificate and all this other stuff, I just wasn't into it. And I feel like for a health professional, a health profession, that's something you have to love to do. You have to love that job. You have to love that career, no matter what it looks like throughout the day. You have to love that. And my passion just wasn't for it. So it just became like a lot of different things. And it's just like, what am I doing? I can't be all over the place. I have a child. Like, I just don't have the luxury of just picking, like just doing all these things. But in actuality, I feel like I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like if I can just like, if I want to be a nail tech tomorrow, I can take a course and start that while I'm in school. Like it's just a lot. Like it was just a lot for me. That's why I feel like personal development was so important for me to talk to my therapist about this week, because it's just like, I feel like I finally found what I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't feel like I'm the woman. I don't feel like I meet all the requirements to be in that position, if that makes sense. Like I don't feel like I'm the woman that I need to be in order to be that person for what it is that I'm trying to do. So it's just like, I don't know, y'all. y'all. It's just like, all in all, although what I've been through is a tragic thing, it's a traumatic thing, I feel like it was so necessary for me to go through in order to be who I need to be in my next season. Like, the pain was painful while going through it, but looking back on it, I have something to talk about. I have a story. Although, like, it's been a time. It just gives me more ammunition to go full force in what I want to do. So that, like, I say all this to say, growing is painful, growing is scary, growing is all of the things that you can think of, but it's also a positive thing. It's also a beautiful thing, and it's just necessary in order for you to get to the next place in your life that you need to get to. And I'm so thankful that I am in this place to recognize the growth in me and to recognize, like, all these new things that I'm discovering about myself that I wouldn't probably necessarily would have discovered if I haven't been through what I've been through. So I don't know, like, I'm just in a space of it. I'm scared. I'm scared. Like, I'm scared. And I don't know if it's like a good scared or like an anxious scared, like, but I'm scared. I don't know what it looks like. And I think that's the part of it, like, me not knowing what my next level looks like. You have all of these things that can happen, that can go wrong, but you also have all these things that could go right. And I have to be focused and tune in to the things that can go right and be on that track of the, get on the wavelength of the positiveness. The positiveness, whatever. But I don't know. I just know I have to stay fast in my Bible, fast and pray whenever I feel the need to. When I feel like I got a lot going on, I start fasting, because when my mind starts getting the best of me, that's a problem. But I also feel like every time I fast, that's when the most bull crap happens. But then again, like, that just I've always heard, like, that's just the devil trying to get in your head and trying to stir the pot and trying to change your mind about your life and all these other things. So I guess it's par for the course. But yeah, that's just, I realize and understand those are the things I need to do in order to get a clear mind and get this ball rolling and be on the track that I need to be on in order to be the person I need to be for this new stage in my life. If I don't want to be stuck anymore, I have to do something new. I have to do different things. I have to do things outside the box, so I don't know. It's just, I guess that's part of the growing pain. Doing the unnorm. Is that the word? Did I say that right? Doing the unnorm. I don't know. But y'all get what I'm saying. I think. Y'all should get what I'm saying. Because, yeah, but thank you guys for listening to me rants. I know this was all over the place. It's probably going to be a short episode because I just had a lot going on in my mind, in my head, and I didn't want it to be so jumbled and to be all over the place. I want you guys to understand what I'm saying and hear what I'm saying, and even take a look at what you're going through in your life and understand your growing pain and understand, like, it's necessary. It's hurtful, but it's necessary. But it doesn't always have to be hurtful, It could be a good hurtful, I think. Yeah. So, like I said, thank you guys again for watching another episode of Finding Her Way podcast. My name is Zakia. I go by Zakia Monet. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those good things. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. I hope you enjoyed and took at least one thing, if any, from this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share us with a friend you know. Follow us on Instagram at Finding Her Way Pod and send us letters or questions to askfhw@gmail.com. We hope to hear from you in the next episode.